He isn't. So I have an update. I'm really, really excited about this. So I kind of wanted to keep y'all in the loop, honestly, because yeah, your girl got rehired with the post office, and I just recently moved to Vegas. I don't know if anybody follows me on Twitter or whatever, but I just got hired back. Um, really, I just moved to Vegas. I was in Colorado for a little bit, and I was having a hard time finding a really decent, what the heck, a decent job out there. And then I was trying to avoid the winter weather, so I ended up moving to Las Vegas, and I've been here since August. Um, and it's pretty familiar territory for me, so that was cool. But I just got rehired with the post office. I'm kind of gonna walk you guys through the process because the last time I made that RCA video, like it was cool. I got a lot of traction with the video, and of course I had some still unanswered questions about the whole process. So I'm kind of gonna try to do my best to fill y'all in before I start driving and leave where the fuck I'm actually at right now. So um, with the any position with the post office, when you go on the website or whatever, the applicant cockpit, that's what they call it, the applicant cockpit. They're only the positions you can only apply for um, when they're actually taking them. No positions are ever going to be open um, that you can just openly apply for. Like, oh, I would want to be, a city carrier, so let me just go and apply for that. Like, you can't just go there at your own whim. They have to be open for you to apply. And when I initially got here, I was still a little pissed off because I got fired or whatever in Texas. So I did not apply initially. And I got lucky because when I did actually finally, take lower my pride and apply again, um, I saw that there was a CCA position open and an RCA position open. So of course I applied for both of them because they're pretty much the same thing. Somebody just asked me on the initial RCA video, like, what is the difference between a CCA and RCA? So we'll kind of get into it now. Um, CCAs are city carrier assistants, and they're basically just like the assistant to the city carrier. Whenever the city carrier has a day off, they typically just go in there and knock stuff out for them. It's like a regular work day. The CCAs deliver either out of their car or out of a mail truck, and that really depends on whether the post office has cars readily available. Um, so that really depends. The car part really depends on um, your post office because every post office is different. Majority of the CCAs, um, they claim they're part time. The post office will tell you you're part time, but if their post office is strapped, like they don't have like a lot of people available to deliver the mail. I'm talking so fast. But if they don't have anybody to really deliver the mail, they'll call CCAs on the city side to come deliver the city mail. Um, and then RCAs are basically the same thing. The only difference is they deliver more to the country routes, more like the dirt road kind of away from the city limits kind of deal. And RCAs almost always use their own vehicle. Um, they'll sit in the middle and they will drive their car, which is on the left side. And they load up their whole car with the mail. Um, and they also say that those are part time. When I was at that post office, it was not part time, which is cool. I mean, it was cool. You really make really good hours. So the post office pays every 2 weeks. It's not every week, it's every 2 weeks. And more than likely, it's like the 1st and the 15th. So that's cool. The standard for, or the pay range for city carriers, I believe, or for rural carriers is 1768 plus the mileage. And I believe that that rate is exactly the same across all post offices, only because I'm getting paid the same amount now as an RCA as I was in Texas. So I'm pretty sure, they within the whole post office thing umbrella. you get paid the same thing, depending on your position. Because I know that city carriers get paid like 20 something an hour, which is pretty decent. So now back to the application thing. Like I said, you can't apply for a position just like, oh, just today's Wednesday and I feel like applying with the post office. You can't do that. You won't even have the option to on their website. You can always go on USPS.com at any point in time um, to just check. It's always good to just check because there's not like a huge announcement about when the positions are actually open. So I applied for CCA and RCA. I applied for the position in December when the application was actually open. And then I applied for the CCA in September. And I want to say October, I got my interview for CCA. And that was pretty cool. I mean, it wasn't any different from any interview that I've ever really had. It was more like a conversation for me with them to kind of let them know what was going on. Um, because I had got fired. This is something like is super duper important when you're actually filling out your application and they ask you, have you ever had a conviction? Whether it's it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't have to be prison for you to like not have a conviction. It could be a misdemeanor, and you still have to tell them. You still have to tell them because they'll find it and they will fire you. They have the choice whether to fire me or not, but they let me go. So that's initially why I was not working. I'm with the post office for a while in Texas after, some months. They fired me on my 60th day and I was so devastated. I was so pissed. So with the RCA position I applied for, I got the interview within like a week. It was so simple. It was like quick as hell. They denied me for the CCA position. And I really feel like it's because I have RCA experience. I was introduced to the post office with an RCA position. So I think they were kind of like, yeah, you can't skip up 2 levels. You can't go from RCA to go past RC, which is rural carrier, a permanent carrier for the rural side, and go to CCA. It's sweetheart, you can't do that. So, oh my God, I got denied for that. It was worth a try. It was worth a freaking try. I don't care. But I got hired for the RCA position. Probably Friday, really. I got hired Friday. I was so excited. I was really excited. I didn't even realize it either because like they send you emails after you apply. You have to really watch your email inbox. It's so important. It's so extremely important because you never know. Like that post office, right, really, really need people like yesterday, and they will hit you up like immediately. So always watch your emails. That's definitely a tip that I could give to everybody. Now, if you haven't taken I think it's the 438B, it's a test. There's 2 tests that you take after you fill out your application. And basically, the first test is like a personality test. What would you do type of test, which is very simple, unless, I don't know. I mean, if you fail that test, there's something wrong with you. And then after that, there's a memory test, of course. And that's a really big thing because when you're working for the post office, you see numbers all day. So, of course, your eyes get a little wiry. You're looking at the road, you're trying to make time and all that stuff like that. So, of course, um, you have to have a really good memory. So, they give you a memory test as well. And then you're done. That's the whole application. You're done. Um, And after that, now it really depends now how quick you get, a response back from them, how in need that post office is. They will hit you back and they'll initially let you know. They'll give you an offer of employment. They'll give you what you have to accept or decline. They'll give you the drug test scheduling. They'll give you the background check scheduling. They might give you NACI. NACI is like, I'm just gonna call it the federal background check. It's even deeper than the initial background check that you do. And then you have to go for your fingerprinting and your drug test. So, I mean, this is all happening in a month's time for me. So my memory's kind of sharp as I remember all this stuff this time. Last time I didn't. That's part of the reason why I did not do a step-by-step process. like a step-by-step video saying, oh my gosh, yeah, like this is all that happens. But this is exactly what happens right here. So after that, of course, I would have to go to orientation, and then I'd have to go to academy. I think academy is like a week, and they'll teach you how to case your mail. They'll teach you all about the paperwork that you have to bring with you, and all the number codes and things like that, and federal laws and stuff like that with delivering the mail. And that's about it. And then once you get to the post office, after academy and everything like that, what you'll do is you will shadow with somebody. And that, again, how long you shadow somebody really depends on how good you're getting it, if you're retaining the information that you're learning, and also, you know, I mean, that's pretty much it, really. That's pretty much it. So, on the after the academy type of stuff, they will train you. They'll let you follow the carrier, but either in your car or you'll ride with them. If they have room and stuff. But one thing I can honestly say that is extremely, extremely, extremely important is organization. When you get out of the office, you need to load your vehicle correctly. You need to load it correctly. There's no, you're going to be fucked if you don't, organize your car correctly. So, like, you want to put, they say LIFO, last in, first out. So the last pieces of mail need to go first in the bottom of the, of your carrier, your little cart when you're going outside, and first out. I don't really feel like that makes sense. I really don't feel like that makes sense. I really don't. I feel like first in, last out is smarter, because if you pull, oh wait, no, LIFO does make sense. That way, when you're putting all your stuff in, the stuff initially that you need to deal with first in your vehicle, it's right there. It's not at the bottom of everything else. So that's extremely important. It's LIFO, last in, first out. Don't forget, you're gonna be preaching that shit to yourself when you actually get in there. Um, and another tip for RCAs and really CCAs, you know, we're all in the same, we're all in the same boat together. Um, is to make sure that you have a car that has a bench. Like this car is a Mustang. You would never be able to deliver your mail out of a car like this because you can't sit in the middle console. Like you can't sit in the middle and deliver the mail. This would be literally impossible. This car is way too small for that. Trunk is way too small. But cars I would suggest you get would be like, I was delivering mail out of a 99 Crown Victoria. The trunk is so big that you could carry like a few bodies in that trunk. It's so big. And then some Buicks, old Buicks are pretty good. Probably like the 96 to 2000. I would say 96 and 99 Buicks are pretty good too. Because you can lay the console, the center console up. You can lay it up. And then, you can sit in the middle, get you like a big old thick pillow or whatever. And then, you can deliver the mail and steer the wheel on this side. The organization is really, really important. Um, Oldsmobiles are really good cars too to deliver the mail, like little Luminas. I want to say Luminas are pretty good too. But you essentially, if you're delivering your mail out of a car, you want something that has like the bench seat. It literally looks like a bench. So if I have any other updates, I'll definitely, or something I forget, I'll definitely tweet it out or something so that, y'all can catch it. Sorry if this video is too long, but for some people, this one video is like, I don't know what's going to happen next. Like, this is the video that gives you all the information. So I wish you guys luck if you're thinking about applying for the post office. I wish you luck if you're already, hired and getting ready to get into academy with the post office. It's amazing. This job. Like, I'm so nerdy about the post office. Like, when I wasn't working with them, I was like, oh, well, CBUs and MBUs, and all this little terminology I would tell other people, like, yeah, typically they do this. And all the type of stuff like that. So yeah, I really love this job. Very, very excited. And I hope you will be too. If you've gotten hired this year, I really hope that you're excited about it. This is the biggest deal ever. This is awesome. Working for the post office is freaking amazing. Um, oh, by the way, I don't know if CCAs get benefits, but I know RCAs do not. So you don't have to worry. You don't. You're not getting benefits with this actual position. Um, Now every post office is different. You might not stay in RCA for forever, so that means benefits eventually. You know. So I wish you guys luck. I love you guys. Love you guys so much. Um, don't forget to subscribe because I don't always upload videos, but I try to upload informational videos. That way, you guys can see what's going on. Um, and yeah, hope this helps.